Welcome to Chop It Up with Soops. It's a very special Chop It Up with Soops today. I got a dope interview with Mighty Joe from the other guys and Von P. Von P is an incredible MC, producer, educator. I mean, he's got a whole list of things that he does, and we're gonna get into that as we go. But super excited to have you guys here. Like I'm at a loss for words. Like this is really dope. Been following you guys for a long time, so I'm super excited. Von P, welcome to Chop It Up with Soops. Mighty Joe, welcome to Chop It Up with Soops.
Appreciate you having us.
I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you for having us, man. Thank you for the kind words, for sure.
Man, this is dope. Like the reason why you're here is because you got an incredible album out right now. Putcha Weight On It, produced by the other guys. Tell us a little bit about your album and just a little bit about yourself for the people that don't really know about you.
Von P from the group Tanya Morgan, Brooklyn, New York City, born and raised, and I rap, I produce, engineer myself, edit, shoot videos. I just do a little bit of everything to get the message out there,
Right.
And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and as far as you were saying, to tell you a little bit about how the album came together.
Yeah.
So this is the third full length between myself and the other guys. We did To You was the first project.
Right.
11 years ago.
11, 14.
Yeah.
November.
Yep.
2014. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then we put out the Fiasco. That was the second album. Then we did an EP, but this is the third official album right here. And we started this shortly after the pandemic, actually, and we had one version finished, and it wasn't it. So we went back in, reworked the album maybe 2 or 3 times, and we arrived to this point. We wanted to do something that would be a dope follow up to the Fiasco, because the Fiasco had a lot of. I mean, luckily, all 3 of our albums have gone over well, but the Fiasco was a favorite for a lot of people. So just wanted to try to come back and follow that one. Thank you. And we just want to come back and follow that one, not trying to do the same thing, but just a progression of the energy from that project into this one.
Right. And so with you also being a producer, and you were talking about how many versions of this came about, do you think because of your production ear and the engineering ear and different things like that, you're not just an MC, you have a wide range of different things that you can do when it comes to the music? Do you think that's also one of the reasons why you had to go back, because you were just hearing different things?
I think, for me, as far as the production side goes, I don't really think about that until we more on the mixing, because then my production that I do, honestly, I feel like I start off with an idea, and then the rest is just troubleshooting. Literally, I don't even know if I make beats or even produce. I'm just kind of troubleshooting. Yo, I got this idea. I want to chop this up, or y'all want something that sounds like this. And then it starts off, in my opinion, not great. And I'm how can I make it better? The kick drum is in the way of the bass line. It's too many instruments going at the same time. So I don't really critique Joe's beats too much initially. It's more I just pick what I feel like I should try and write to. And then once the rhymes is written, then I get to, what do you think, Joe? What do you think if we change this part of this, and Isaiah, blah, blah, blah. But really, I don't really get in the way of the production too much unless it's a problem solving thing. I might say, would this sound better if we took the drums out? Or would this sound better if it was slowed down? But I don't get too beat nerd with Joe, not as much as I could, because we both speak that language too.
Right.
But I just let the producer produce. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not a hard thing for you to do that.
Nah, the funny thing with me is I don't know where it came from, but I really truly can compartmentalize. Now the downside is when I'm on in like producer brain, I'm not writing rhymes. Like I might just be working on like for example, if we're doing the Tanya Morgan album, I submit beats to Don.
Okay.
And even with my own stuff, like I'll make beats and I'll go through my own beats that I made and pick
Right.
beats from myself sometimes too. And I just when I'm doing when I'm sorry, yeah, when I'm in writing mode, then I'm just like, okay, what beats do I have? I don't really sit down and make a new beat. I'm like, what beats do I have? Or what beat do I get from somebody else? So I can completely just get out of the way and just not and just be the writer. And then I can get out the way and be the producer.
So
Or I can get out the way and just mix. You know what I mean?
you okay, so I hear this, but I'm still like, as you saying like how you do things, you made one of the coldest beats ever on So Damn Down. Like
Oh,
so
thank you.
so it's like I hear what you said, but it's like, yo, like you one of the coldest when it comes to the product. Like you cold too. So it's like,
Thank you. No, but what's funny? Thank you for saying that. But what's funny about that is I don't remember making a So Damn Down beat and being like, this about to be a Tanya Morgan record. I was like, I'm making, especially that's when Tanya Morgan was still a trio. So it was like
right,
three people to say yay or nay. So
right,
I'm just like, I'm making beats and let's see what they think about this. And so, especially when it comes to Tanya Morgan, if I do put something down, it'll be the idea to sell it a little more to Don Will. It'll be um for example on the Dawn Yvonne album we did the song A Team. I had made that track and it's like a weird beat. It's
right,
not really like a 1, 2, 3, 4. So
right.
I had made it and Don is like, I don't see what's going on, what's happening in this beat. So now it's like, okay, let me come up with a rhyme scheme, a pattern to show him my idea, and then that'll become the song. But really, it's almost like I'm writing something to get the beat across, but I'm not submitting it like, yo, this is my beat and this is my rhyme.
Okay.
You know, if that makes sense. So like
Yeah.
right now, I'm not I haven't made any beats in a while because I just been writing and trying to mix and edit and produce the songs that I got already. But as far as a new beat, I haven't made a new beat in a while. But I also I still last time I made beats, I was making beats to like submit to people with not even, oh yo, I'm Von P. I did this, I did that, check my beat out, but just like sent the track to this just they didn't pick it, but I sent a track to this group I like. They don't know me from Tanya Morgan or Von P or anything. I just like got this beat with y'all in mind. No, you know, I didn't try to upsell it with anything, just like, yo, check this beat out.
Right.
And they didn't pick it. And then some, you know, sometimes I'll do the same thing with you can't really like reach out, be like, yo, put me on your album. That's a little harder to do as an MC. You kind of gotta wait to get asked. But yeah, for me on the producer side, it's easier. That's an easier way to like try and work with people. So sometimes I'll get in that zone, but when I'm in that zone, I'm not really writing. And then when I'm writing, I don't got any beats. The only thing I really do all the time is like I guess on the engineer side, because I'm
Okay.
recording myself or mixing a track I did or that somebody else did. But yeah, I don't really if it's like 2 weeks of writing, then I'm just writing. If it's 2 weeks of beats, it's just beats. And it's been mainly mixing right now because you know for what's been going on.
Gotcha. So when it comes to collabing with the other guys, you've been in this game for a long time. Both of you guys, y'all have been in this thing for a minute. And when you started, it was still one, you guys started back in the OK Player days on the message board. And that's when, you know, it was still CDs and everything. It was starting to become the digital age. And today it's all digital now. And so I was talking to Mighty Joe from the last time, and we were talking about how working with artists, you kind of like being together sometimes. Was this album like that? Like, were you guys able to work together in the same place as you were putting this album together?
No, we've funny enough, we've always have kind of done everything online, but we speak like almost every day when we're working.
Okay.
But yeah.
So this one was just all digital. So like,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this goes back to the first Tanya Morgan project. We've always made music digital, like just emailing each other back and forth for the like days of AOL Instant Messenger.
Right.
Tanya Morgan, we have like maybe less than 10 songs that we've made in the same room, like lit out of our whole career. And that's just the way we work. I look at the way Missy said, she'd be with Timbaland or whoever, and then like kick everybody out, and she want to record herself and just try out a bunch of different ideas and stuff. And I'm just used to recording like that. I can do things. We have done things in the same room.
Okay.
But I don't think Joe and I have ever made a song together. Like it's funny. I've been to his studio. But yeah, we've never done a song because I just don't work like that. I just work. I gotta go and just be in my own little weird world for the day and just record stuff and try stuff and see what, record the same thing 1,000 times and see which one I pick. And I'm not always like, I don't really get to it the way I hear it when I'm doing. I can always hear that somebody else was in the room when I listen to like older music or whatever. And it's so weird. It affects how I listen.
So, okay. So for me, I'm listening to this album and I swear I thought y'all was in the same place together. Like I thought.
You're just listening to, like, we just have just crazy chemistry, and we always have. We've been, the first song Vaughn and I did together was in 2013. And so what's that? Like,
I believe so.
What's that? Yeah, 12 years. And so we just, it's just an insane chemistry. We have we're both big native tongue Tribe Called Quest heads, and so it's just easy, man. You know what I mean? It just, we had the same palette when it comes musical palette. Like we talk rap nonstop.
Okay. Yeah,
for sure.
I really felt like I was just like, man, I can't wait to ask, like, okay, when did you come up with the rhymes first? And then Joe was like, beat. Like in my head, that's how I'm thinking. I'm listening to this album. I'm like,
so
either the beat came first or the rhymes came first. Like
I hate the term, but and I know like we've been doing, the other guys that is have been working with different artists, but we're really like backpackers at heart, and and Vaughn is too. I know people don't like the term all the time, but we're back. Vaughn allows us to get back into our backpack mode. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I felt that for sure on this album. I felt that for sure.
You know what's funny? You say what came first, the rhyme or the beat? I can say for every album we've done, even the EP as well, it's something I don't really do with other producers or even myself. But for whatever reason, when I work with the other guys, every project we've done, I will write to one of the tracks and end up swapping the beat. Like I'll have the beat for I forget what was on the E. I'll use some example for this album. The joint with Che.
Okay.
I had written to what was the intro, which the intro didn't even make the project at this point. Took the intro off. I had written to Roadblock to the beat that was the intro, and I had written to the intro beat what became Roadblock. And just one day I was like, let's swap these verses and see how it works on the other beat. And I've done that for every project. Like I don't have, I'm terrible with titles right now. I don't have it with me, but on the EPs, like 3 of the songs, I written them to other beats on the EP and then like swapped them. Like, okay, now let's use this beat instead. And I don't know why I do that with the other guys, but I've done it every time. I'd be like, this is the song. And then before I send it to Joe, I'd be like, actually, I'm going to use the beat that was track 3, but now it's the beat for track 4. And so it'll start, the beat will come and I'll write to that beat, but then I'll change the beat. But not because that first beat was bad, but just because for some reason it sounds better with the verse I wrote for this beat. So it's kind of all over the place.
We actually had a big swap on this album. If you're familiar with Shay's album, that Smooth Jazz with 38 Special was actually a Von P that was supposed to be on this album.
Okay, I remember we talked about that.
Oh, I told you that. Yeah.
So
that was actually his beat first,
and that turned into Lights On.
And that turned into Lights On. That was the original Lights On beat.
I can see that. Now that
like we have a version. He literally has a version of Lights On over the Shay Noir beat.
Okay, I need to hear that because
it's dope too. It's dope too.
Lights On is my favorite. Like that's my favorite now. Like that's my favorite. And I believe that's the line. You got a line on that. Is no true creative can age out of creating. And
that's the song.
So that line, I know you wasn't specifically pointing out to people, but that line, the first person I thought of was Andre. I was like, oh, he taking shots. I was like, you're not taking shots. But I was just like, man, like, I wish Andre could hear this. Like, yo, like, you got a lot to say. Like, yeah, that line just stuck out with me the most. Like, I was like, okay.
What's funny that was, that when I wrote that to the Smooth Jazz beat at the time, that was before Andre had said that. That was before the Flute project had came out. And that was more just tough love to like peers and other MCs I know, other producers I know that, you know, you start hitting around your late 30s, hit your 40s, and it's like, why am I still doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Or like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear me or whatever. And I'm like, if you do this, you do this. You are artist. You're not just like, oh, I'm too old to be an artist. I'm too old to be a creative person now. That's insane. Now maybe you don't have to be like, okay, I'm about to go and start a brand new rap career and try to get on Casanat and do TikTok dances. Maybe you're not doing that, but if you're a creative person, you're a creative person. And that's I've played that for like my artist friends that have heard that. Like 3 or 4 of them are like, shots fired. And it's like, I'm not shooting at you. It's like, I'm talking to all of us. It's tough love. Like,
I understood that. I was like, I know it's a general statement. It's not just a specific shot. So
yeah.
but that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, man, I wish Drake could hear this because like, yo, like, come on.
They've been showing him for the past 2 years. Like at this point, the past year and a half, man, from the Auditorium, Pete and Common to like the LL Q-Tip to all the Mass Appeal stuff this year. Yep. So like, man, they've been showing like, oh, we got stuff to talk about.
That's facts.
And you do too.
That sure. Is facts. And so I recently, a couple of minutes ago, y'all spoke about like y'all are real native tongues, De La Soul, heads. What is your thoughts on the album, on the new De La Soul?
I was very sad the first time I heard it for obvious reasons. I was like, I was so like, it's funny that it's funny now, but I was so sad that I was talking to my wife about the album, and she just was saying how it's just like, it's funny that Dave probably wouldn't have picked that song to be his last song given the topic. And I was like, what's it about? I didn't even hear it. I just heard the harps and just sadness in his voice. And she's like, man, he's talking about getting head on that song. Like and I didn't even realize that was the topic because I'm just sitting there just slumped.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you get to the truth. What's that? I'm so bad with song titles. The Primo joint with the scratching beat.
I know.
I forget. the story of the truth or lie or something like that. I'm
Yeah,
blanking on it. But for me, especially the first time I heard the project, from that song to the end, it just sounded like sadness to me. So I
yeah.
was just
The
like
intro.
super sad listening to it. I was like, man, it's just I love that this exists, but unlike the Tribe joint, like Fife was all over the Tribe joint, and Fife was just this great shit talker that it still felt good. And then they had the one joint where Tip and Jerobi was talking about Fife, but on the Dayline when I was like, man, it's a couple because Dave, there's not a bunch of Dave lyrics. And I mean
Right.
there wasn't a bunch of Dave vocals to use. And so that leaves your boy to just like grieve for
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
songs, damn near.
Yeah.
And being like a day one De La fan, that shit was just so sad. But once that was my first listen. Now I think that shit's amazing, man. I really think it's a great album. I love that shit. It just was the saddest experience I've had listening to music since I don't even know, but maybe since freaking Life After Death,
Wow.
or even like not Donuts, maybe, or like since that far back.
I say donuts. Like
Yeah, like even
that was a
even
sad
with
experience.
D'Angelo's passing, we haven't gotten the album after he passed yet. But
Right.
yeah, like you know what I think it's weird as hell that people are questioning. There was like Raphael Sadiq and Questlove were going to finish up his album for him, and people were like questioning that, and I'm like,
I mean,
who better to do it?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's like when I found out Havoc and Alchemist was doing the Mob album. Like, who better to do it? So
Exactly.
Facts.
I mean, as long as you don't tell me like, yo, D'Angelo's album is going to be finished up by DJ Mustard or something that just don't make sense. You know what I mean?
Or it's gonna be finished up with AI. Like I don't want
Yeah,
that.
but
Yeah, I
like,
don't want that.
but Rob, I know, like they say, oh, because D'Angelo was so like such a stickler with his music. I
Right.
feel that, but I'm like the two people that he worked with the most, the closest to being in the group is Questlove and Raphael Sadiq to
That's
me.
facts.
So,
Facts. So
and
it's
they were
only
working
right.
with him anyway. So, hey, I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only right.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts, Joe?
I haven't been able to totally dive in just with the label stuff with the label and the releases. So I'm not gonna I can't give a full opinion on it just yet. So
Yeah, like I said, man,
and
y'all
I'm in album mode. So I try not to I'm working on a couple of things. So I try not to listen to too much because I'm easily influenced.
so
So I
so
try
you
not to listen to too much.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Like
Yeah.
I played it that first time because I just had to hear it as soon as I could. And then like I took a break from it because like I said, just as a super fan, you could see I'm
right.
passionate about it. It was hard to listen to, but then I went back to like get used to it. But I too am working and I'm already arguably too influenced by daylight as it is. So I actually stopped listening to it for now. And I'm
Yeah.
just going back to like I'm working on another solo.
Yeah.
So I'm just going back to working on that. But yeah.
So
Yeah.
you talked about your influence of being like Daylight, and your last track is a tribute to Doom, and you sound just like Doom. Like it was.
That's funny.
It was. I know that's what you were trying to go for. Like that was the feel, and then the beat. Like y'all, that beat was a Doom beat. Like that just. It felt like everything felt like, and that's been one of the greatest tributes I've heard to Doom so far. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you,
think that
man.
was
A lot
really
of
dope.
people have said that. And
Yeah,
that
what
means a
he did
lot.
with that was crazy. Yeah, what he did with that was crazy, man. Because when I sent it to him, I didn't expect for him to use it. I never even told him that. When I made that beat, I made that beat with Homeboy Sandman in mind. And I
Okay.
went ahead and
I can
sent
see
it.
that.
Yeah, and that was that. I never even told you that, have I? So yeah,
Nah.
I was in contact with homeboy Sandman at the time, and I was making joints. I'm like, yo, let me send this to we in album mode. Let me send this to Vaughn. And so when he sent that, he didn't tell me what it was. Nothing. I instantly knew where he was at with it. That's how well he did that, man. It was insane.
So this is just blowing my mind again. And y'all already said how the process goes, but in my head, I'm like, Vaughn had this idea. He reached out to y'all. I need a beat around this, and it's not that.
No, I knew nothing of this idea.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he had this idea. I knew nothing of it.
let me tell you how much of a weirdo I am. I can be. It's a little trick that me and Don do. Actually, I won't disrespect Don's creative process and put his process out. But like I know he does a trick where it's like if he's having a writer's block, he'll channel certain artists and
yeah.
he'll be like, man, I'm stuck on this. Let me do my blah 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 impression, and then that'll get him going. And then if anything, he'll like go back and edit if it's like too much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I never told anybody this, but Chase and Amy, that was like the first song we did for the first album was Chase and Amy. And when I picked that beat, I had wrote as if I was Merce for some reason. Like I was trying to do a Merce impression. And I never recorded it because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Merce might hear it and be like, what the fuck, does it take offense or something? And I was like, this is the first album I'm doing with this dude, and I don't want him to think I'm trolling him or something. Like, why are you sending me a song rapping like Merce? Like, what does that even mean? But I do that sometimes. Like, if I hear a person, I might start trying to write like that person, but then I'll go back and come up with my own idea or whatever. And for that track, when I heard that track, it just felt like Doom, Adult Swim era, like Mouse and the Mask kind of.
Yes.
That's like what it felt like to me. And I was like, Vaughn P heard the news last day of mask year, hit him like an elbow. And I don't know. But then I was like, there's nothing else I can do to this other than that. And I like how that sounds. And I was shying away from it for a while. At one point, it was just going to be like a hidden track at the end or whatever. But it sounded good. Like when I was recording it, I just was recording it to do it, just to send it to him, like so he could hear it. But I was like, nah, this sounds good. Like I want people to hear this, but I was scared of, it being taken the wrong way, especially by like the biggest Doom fans. And I was worried about that. So I've been really, really happy that people are taking it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think for you, this where you come from, like from the early days of Tanya Morgan till now, you've never done anything that will come across as disrespectful. Like you've only been true to the culture. You've only been true to, everything that you do. So I never looked at that. I was like, oh, this is whack. Like, why are you doing that shit? Like, I knew exactly where that was coming from. And I think a lot of fans, like, they just automatically knew, like, you are a huge fan of Doom, and this is a fan tribute to Doom, and there's no disrespect intended. So, like...
Well, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I think I started learning, like, artists really overthink things.
Absolutely. You can ask Joe. When we did the Fiasco, I remember early on, I don't even know if you remember this, but we were doing the Fiasco project, and like every song I had like two different versions, and you was like, man, you seem to really be like thinking about this one a lot more. Like you second guessing everything this time. And I was like, oh well, on this the second album, I'm like, I'm being myself now. I'm not trying to like show up with the representative MC. Like, what's good, fam? Yo, yeah, just throw the beat on, and I'm just nah. Now I'm like, is this rhyme okay? Should I change this word?
Yeah.
What are they gonna say about this line? Can you
Yeah.
still say this word? Like
Hold
all
on,
of
is that
that
how you
kind
work
of
with To You? Is that how you
that.
work on To
No,
You?
to you, I was just like, I'm just gonna not think about it and just
Yeah, we did
work.
To You super quick. The Fiasco we worked on a Fiasco for like a year.
Because
Okay.
that was
Solid.
the real me is nitpicking and like going over stuff and making songs over and over. And I didn't do that on the first one because I just didn't. I was like I said, I was trying to like come off super easy to work with or whatever. But really, I'm second guessing, I'm third, fourth, fifth guessing
Oh
everything.
wow! I didn't even
So,
know that, man. I'm learning stuff. I had to get into character for the Fiasco. I remember the Fiasco changed me, man.
really?
Yeah. The Fiasco because sonically we were going somewhere a little darker. If you listen to the Fiasco's a lot darker
Yeah,
than
the twist is on
than
that, right?
than To You. No,
I
that's
know the twist is on I'm
the
good love and
It's
joy.
I'm
Okay.
on yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good
Okay.
love. Yeah.
Okay.
The Fiasco, the beats are a little hard, well, a lot harder than To You. But yeah, I never knew that, Vaughn. That's funny. But yeah, I think we
Yeah, I
had
definitely over like we make so many different versions of like just
I remember we had mad different I was getting confused because we had so many different versions of the same verse and
on
stuff
this
like that.
album too.
Yeah, well, don't get me started on this album. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I like to
No.
record by myself because
yeah.
I have so many. Like it's funny if you go on YouTube and look at like they have Kanye like different versions of Kanye West songs, and it'll be like like the 10 different writers and the
Oh
five
yeah.
different mumble freestyle versions he did, and all the different famous people that he can call, and it's just all these different versions. And I have stuff like that. Like he said, it'll be the same verse, but I said one thing different, or like I changed it with a little more enthusiasm or less enthusiasm, or I
Got you.
leaned on my accent a little more, or I just do so many because I'm trying to break out of that now with my next project actually. But I hear it one way in my mind, and I'm like, if it don't sound like that, it's gonna bother me every time I hear it forever. Just like how I said I can hear if it was other people in the room.
Right.
I can hear that I was influenced by this person that was in the room. And it's
Okay.
like it messes up my how I hear my own stuff later.
Okay. All right. So now I'm about to listen to this completely different now because I'm listening to it thinking y'all in the same place, and I'm like, so it's about to be a completely different listen. And I don't know. For me, when I learn things about albums that are like my favorite albums and albums that I listen to
Mhm.
them completely different after the fact. So
Well,
it's
Mhm.
like,
I want you to listen to this album with also in the with the knowledge of how close me and Vaughn are in terms of music. Like for
mhm,
instance, right, me and Sky when we did the Sky Zoo album, um, we had a decent relationship at that
right.
point, but I didn't know him like that. Same thing with Shay. So we benefited from being in the same room. But because me and Vaughn have been working for over a decade, a lot of like the tough conversations that you gotta have, we can have those. Like, I don't like this beat, or I don't like this song.
Okay.
With Sky, we benefited more from him actually being in the room. But because of the relationship that we have with Vaughn, we don't need to be in the room because anything that
Mhm.
needs to be said, we can handle it right then and there over the phone.
So that's dope. Like again, I'm learning something new because for me, like when I hear chemistry and it's like really good chemistry, I feel like y'all were in the room together, and that's not. I'm learning like that's not true now. Like y'all can make some of the greatest music, and I don't know why I'm thinking that because Foreign Exchange they made some of the greatest things, and you were on the
Mhm.
first album, and that was all through digital. Like
Well, wait, here's what's funny about that. I did that in person. My feature on
okay,
that album, where the whole not the concept was being apart, but enough for that concept of foreign exchange was them being apart. That's the one time I was in the room recording with Crisis recorded me, but Fonte was there, and we did that in the room. And
Okay.
versus, just like I said, with even with Tanya Morgan, me and Don me and Don will be hanging out all day. We'll be in, like, when I still lived in Brooklyn, we'll be walking around or doing whatever all day, come from a party, event, whatever, and separate and go work on the same song. Because that's
This
just
is
how we do.
how you
Actually,
learn.
we only did the Rubber Souls album in the same studio because that album was the label we were signed to, they had a studio.
Oh,
So
okay.
we made Rubber Souls in the same room.
Okay.
But other than that, like, we'll be hanging out together and separate and go work on the same song. It makes no sense, but that's just how we work. This is how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the same thing, even with this album, it's funny. More Johnny, the More John Blaze record.
Yeah.
Joe has sent me that track, and he had a certain style of song in mind, and that's the style of song I did, which was just that like 20 teens rap, the kind of New York rap song that's kind of like a call and response,
Yeah.
kind of like hot nigga or ooh, or that kind of New York record. He sent me that knowing I don't make that kind of New York rap. And then I sent him what I did, which is that kind of New York rap. But I did it in my way where it's kind of like funny,
Yeah.
but like I'm making threats, but in the ad lib I'm like lies. You know what I'm saying? So I did it in my way, but then he heard it. He was like, "Yo, this is exactly what I heard when I sent that beat to you."
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And we didn't even talk about it.
So that more Johnny and Slide Up with the homie that's Slide Up with the homegirl is probably the greatest hooks I've heard in a long time. Like,
thank you. And those would be tapping in.
Like, that was like at first, because I was like, when I first heard it, I was just like, what the fuck? And then I was like, but then when I kept hearing it, I was just like, oh, this shit is great. Like, this shit.
And that's purposely obnoxious. I told I told the engineer when the engineer when he was mixing the project, I was like, yo, you gotta mute my vocal down a little bit because it's already supposed to be annoying. So we got to try to make my voice less grating because I'm supposed to sound annoying. And that was like early 2000s, late 90s, like kind of Stretcher Bob show, kind of random Brooklyn dude with one single kind of record. You know what I mean? We're just like, yo, I got styles and get thousands. It's just kind of that obnoxious dude that never left his block kind of song. You know what I'm saying?
I've been at work just randomly just saying that shit. But this album is an incredible piece of work. And
thank you, man.
I really had fun listening to it. First time I was listening to it I think it was the Thanksgiving. It dropped around that time.
The 25th.
So we were on the road. So my mom lives in Virginia. So we're in the road. I'm in Cleveland. And so that's like a 7 hour ride. So I'm listening to that halfway, like the kids is in the back seat and then they just listening to it. And they teenagers, so they kind of like they got their own thing on. But when the Slide Off with the homie came, like it was like, what's this? But it was a fun. Like, I have a memory to this album, and for
that's dope, man. That's really dope. That's what we do it for real. Like, people say that, but it's for people's like experiences, listening with they people, they family, loved ones. Listening by themselves, blah blah blah. We want to be the soundtrack to it, and I knew that song would be those two songs would be people would either love or hate them, and it's been on the love side, luckily. But
for the other guys, like y'all have been my soundtrack for years now. Like,
I appreciate that, bro.
So whenever y'all drop something, like I can't wait to go on a road trip. Like I'm planning my road trips now. I feel like I'm planning my road trips around y'all drops. So like
that's dope.
when I knew
dope.
y'all was about to drop this Von P joint, I was just like, oh, we going on a road trip. So I was like, yeah, this is that one. But I wanted to ask about the Tanya one more question about the Tanya Morgan stuff. Like So Damn Down drops, and that came out in what
2009.
2009. And it gets popular again because of Jay Versace, right?
Yeah.
So, how did that feel going from a song that kind of was hot during the time, it kind of died down, and then in the 2020, 2019, around that?
Yeah, that might have been 2020.
It gets popular again.
Man, first of all, I just want to say, Jay Versace, thank you. And boy, would I love a beat. His beats are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just got reached out by his team. That motherfucker got a team. The team hit us up and was like, "Yo, Jay Versace is a big fan of this song. He used to love it growing up because he might have been like 12 when that came out or something. I don't know. I know he was like younger when that came out, and that was like during his coming of age when that era. So and it's so dope to have people that grew up listening to us with that. That shit is fire. Like Brooklyn Natty was 15 years ago, 16 at this point, and I think that shit is so dope. But yeah, they reached out and they said, "Can we put this on this Jay Versace mix?" And I didn't know him for making beats or anything at the time. So I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My first thought was like, "Oh, so they just let anybody put out an album, huh? You just as long as you popping on the internet, you could put out an album. Okay, well, here you go, Jay Versace, I guess." But then when I started hearing, who was it with Bodie James? Was that his first project?
Yes, and then I think it was Bodie James, and then I think he did something for Summer Walker or something like that.
He's on SZA's album, which is like 11 times platinum. And he did my favorite joint on Doja Cat's project. He did that joint 97 on a Doja Cat joint, which is fire. And he got dope ass beats, man. So I didn't know he made music, but now that I know, and I'm like, hey man, I want a beat. So we should have. If I would have known back then, I'd be like, "Yeah, let's trade. Tell him to send us some beats, and he can use our song." But yeah, we got people that are fans of that song that just know it from him, and I'm cool with that because that's how shit. It keeps you going. Generations keep. It's like that Queen song that was in Wayne's World. Like years later, a whole generation knows Queen because of Wayne's World. So if people know us from who was initially, the social media influencer, comedian, that's awesome.
That's dope. Like I was wondering, like how y'all felt about that. Like y'all it just went viral all of a sudden, and it's still kicking. Like the song is still going. Like people still, listening to it. Like it's brand new. So like that's really dope. Like. How does it feel to make timeless music? Like you have a timeless piece. Like how does that feel?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna answer that honestly. It feels like it's something that you chase, and then when you get it, you're just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, because I just remember back in the day being like, man, if I could just get if I could have some fans of music listening to my music, or if I could do something that somebody think it's classic, and then whether it's Brooklyn Natty or it's being a part of Connected or whatever it is, I have stuff that people feel is classic.
Yep.
And it's like that's such a blessing. It's so dope. But just to be honest, I guess I thought like it was gonna be the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense, but like,
Bro,
like growing up when you think,
that's what everything. I get it. I get that. That's
yeah,
what
like
everything.
I
That's
hope I
just
don't
life.
sound fucked up, but it's like
Nah, that's what everything. Like even if you get like shit, man. Like if I always wanted this car, and then you drive the car for 2 weeks, and you're like,
like, all right,
this shit's
that's no.
okay.
But don't let that. But that shit means everything to me at the same time. Like even for you to sit here and say that you like you was on a road trip listening to our music, that shit's gonna
Yeah.
ever forever mean something to me. Um, and yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that shit's dope. I guess growing up, I just thought like once you get 5 mics, you just
It's,
run the world or something. But
yeah. I get that.
but that
Like,
shit is fire though. Don't get me wrong.
so I also wanted to let you know a song that stays in rotation is the Tanya off the Tanya. I think it's Don and Vaughn with Cooley High. I just
So
played
good.
that. So good. I just played.
It's so good, Jay.
I just played that. So I do an open mic night on Tuesdays here in Cleveland. It's called Lyrical Rhythm. So I play the music before the band comes and stuff like that. So I played So Good again. And I was just like, I just wanted to hear it at the speakers again. And I played it, and it was just like heads was nodding. I was like, okay,
fire.
So I play that a lot.
Fire.
So like,
shout to Brick Beats,
like,
man.
Huh?
I was gonna say shout to Brick Beats. That produced it. Shout to Cooley High always. I mean, I really love that song, man. I like the change up in it.
Love it.
Brick's drums always hit so crazy. I love the original to that. Yeah, that's my joint, man. Like me and Don, we was talking about that like a month ago. Like, Don and Vaughn is like the one that we still go back to. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, how you hear your old stuff and kind of cringe sometimes, but Don and Vaughn, or just like you be like, I would have did this different. Maybe not cringe, but just like I would have did this different, or I remember I used to rap like that, or what was on my mind back then. But Don and Vaughn's the one where we feel like you guys did something good. You guys did something with your life.
So on Putcha Weight On It, is there any song on here that you made the song, like you made a song on your past albums, and you say, you know what, I want to do something different. I should have done something different on this song. Did you take it and put it on Putcha Weight On It? Like, did you say, you know what, on this album, I would have done it like this? Did you remake a song? Like, not like remake the song, but like just kind of put what you thought you was going to put on that other song on.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like, if, you know, you held back on another project or had an idea you know, shied away from it, but then did it this time. Everything I'm doing right now is just, I want to say Don and Vaughn, from Don and Vaughn on, I've just been like, try it. Oh, okay. Not even Don. I would say even Good Love. I keep forgetting the name of that project. The EP, Good Love. It was like, try it, just do it, like, just see how it comes out. Like stuff like the twists and even like Thick Rihanna, and just do it, see if it works. If they like it, they like it. If they hate it, they hate it. But you've tried it now, and I feel like since then I've just been like, let's try it, let's do it. Like slide off with a homie. I'm like, let's try it. If they hate it, they hate it. If it'll be another dope song that's like more in line right after that one. So go ahead and skip it if you hate it. And you know, so yeah, just in general, I've been more like, just try it, just go with it. And for the future, I got even more stuff for 26 that's like, what made him do that? Why is he doing this? But you know, hopefully people like it.
I can't.
We get the color outside the lines with Vaughn, man. And that's what I like about. I said we get the color outside of the lines with Vaughn. That's what I love about working with him. You know what I mean? We don't have to like.
That was a question I was getting ready to ask you. Like, having an artist like Vaughn, you've worked with a whole bunch of different artists, but having an artist like Vaughn, like, how does that bring your creativity out?
Vaughn, out of everybody that we work with, and I love everybody, Vaughn is the most natural you'll get from us, if that makes sense. Like his pocket is our natural pocket. Anything else, if you hear something else, I'm slightly deviating. If that makes sense. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Like our batting average for Vaughn, I know what to send Vaughn. Vaughn probably picks 80% 80 to 90% of the stuff I send him, and that's really high. Now I send it to somebody else, it lowers. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I got you. So is that the same question? Like, for this project, did you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do something what I wanted to do on that last project, I'm gonna do it for this project? Like, was there any beats that you?
So the difference between this and what I guess to ask me that we've grown so much as producers since To You, so it's so much. One thing you always bring up our bass lines and our lower end, but that was honestly from critiques I had gotten from To You, because if you listen to You, we were learning, you know what I mean? But I feel like we've kind of like mastered the low end. Funny enough, it was YU. YU had brought up like, oh yeah, y'all should do more, mess more with the bass lines. And so that's when I went and actually learned how to play the bass, just based off of that. So yeah.
I learned that. That's something I didn't know. That's really dope.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing just how like dope this experience is right now. I'm like on a super high. Like, this is like, Joe, like the other guys is one of my favorites. Like, y'all up there. And
appreciate that, bro.
I gotta make a new one of these, and I gotta add y'all on here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, add the other guys to that.
I definitely was looking at it. I definitely was reading those names. So
I got it. And so speaking of Dilla, Vaughn, what is your favorite Dilla track? Favorite Dilla album? Favorite Dilla track? Because I heard you mention
Welcome to Detroit. I'm gonna say Welcome to Detroit. Because actually, you know what? I'm still inspired by Dilla, but as a producer, not so much producing and beats, but like the production of a song in general, production of an album in general.
Right.
What I'm on right now kind of does tie back to Welcome to Detroit, where it's like I'm not from Detroit, but I'm like, it feels like Detroit to me. Like if I land in Detroit, in my mind, I'm hearing the bum 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 Jay Dilla. But so you have like his character, because he was doing what, I guess, I don't know if he called it a character, but like Nigga Man.
Yeah.
But like, but he like raps that more kind of like swaggy kind of style.
Yeah.
He on Welcome to Detroit, he was rapping like Nigga Man, quote unquote. Yeah. But then you still have stuff like the Bossa Nova joint and like his remake of Think Twice, and you still have this stuff that's like beautiful next to like grimy stuff, next to like unapologetic, yo, these are my people from the crib, and we about to just rap about Detroit shit, and you're gonna listen to it and shut up. and then then he had like the more musical, beautiful stuff on that album. Then go work with the Soulquarians and make this like lush, quote unquote neo soul stuff, and that's like inspiring me more right now, because I'm like, I want to make stuff that's. I feel like when I work with the other guys, especially on this new project, Putcha Weight On It, and the Fiasco, you get more of, for lack of a better term, I guess, my street side. And street just as in like, street don't mean gangster, but just like, I feel like I sound like I'm outside on half of these songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Broadway and Myrtle.
I felt that. I felt like this was an outside album.
Yeah, like it felt like versus like with Tanya Morgan, I feel like we be more on some contra back to back us against the world and our imaginary city of Brooklyn Natty, just like, it's like it's me and Don against the world, basically. But on the with the other guys, I feel like it's more like it's Vaughn from outside, it's Vaughn from some of the projects. This is, and I'm trying to like lean more into that and also get more musical as well with
Right.
like stuff, just some of the other music I make in general, whether it's with Joe or with other producers I work with, like Six Sense. And that all ties back to my love and welcome to Detroit. Cause I'm like, he's in his, Dilla's on the block bag and
Okay.
Dilla's at the jazz cafe bag on the same album.
Yes.
And
Okay.
that's like the biggest influence on me right now. It's like making sure you got stuff for the aunts and the uncles. You got stuff
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
but all within that same. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. All within the
Right.
same you being you.
No, now, Joe, the last time I talked to you, I think we talked about this question too, but do you have a favorite Dilla album or favorite Dilla song?
Like production, or he has to have. You mean like stuff he rapped over, or just production?
No, just anything, whatever. Whatever
Probably, man. It's so much, man, because it's so many different versions of him.
Yeah.
The whole donuts. But as a kid, like '95 is like when I fell in love with hip hop. So running is a big one for me. Far Side Running.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Running and The Light. I love The Light. Common's The Light.
You
Hell
and my
yeah.
kids got something in common because Running is their favorite song. Like they listen to Running all the time. So
Oh, my bad. I didn't answer your beat question. I'm going right now. I'm going with Cold Steel as far as my favorite beat.
All right. Mine is gonna forever be Thelonious. I think what he was when he
that's a great one.
him rapping, and then also the story behind that too is a crazy story. But like that in itself, to me, Thelonious is still my all-time favorite.
Wait, what's the story? I don't know if I know the story behind it.
So Common wanted Dilla to rap on the other joint that he did. It was with Slum Village. I can't think of the name of the song, but Dilla didn't want to rap on it. Dilla was like, I don't want to do that. I want to make something different. So Dilla and Common was driving. He dropped Common off at the hotel and was like, I'm gonna think of something and I'll bring it back to you. So Dilla went home, made Thelonious, came back the next day, picked Common up, had the hook, and I think he had his verse, or he might have just had his hook on there. But he made that joint that night, brought it back to Common and was like, okay, I want to rap on this. Common was like, yo, this nigga was wild. Like, you went home, you dropped me off, went home, made the beat, came back the next day and was like, Thelonious.
And it's on the album, and it's classic.
that's right. So for me, I was just like, that's just the story behind that is crazy because the sample is a crazy ass sample. Like it's a George Duke sample, and I was just like, that's like super crazy. So I was like, just the fact that he came up with that is crazy.
Listening to like Dilla samples between him and I say Premier. Listening to where the parts that they catch, like you go crazy. You will lose your mind. You will lose your mind.
Crazy. Yeah. So that when you were talking about landing and you traveled, and when you go to certain places, do you put on the music from that area, like from that city?
Oh yeah.
So okay,
even when I go back home now, because I don't like. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm not like, it's changed so much that it's like a new place. So even when I go back home, I'll turn on like whatever's going on today. Like, well, let me hear what they making. What are the quote unquote, what are the kids doing in Brooklyn today? So it might be some drill or whatever, but I'm like, I'm taking in what the city is now. I'm not just going to throw on Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I go, the first time I went to Chicago, I played Resurrection.
Okay.
The last I was in Atlanta a few weeks ago. I went to Atlanta for work for my day job, and I was listening to Jid's new album, and it's just like that's a thing. First time I went to Atlanta, you already know I played Outkast, so it's
Me
like
too. Yeah.
that's fun to me. And man, I have to recommend anybody that's watching, listening. If you haven't been to California yet, when you go to California, listen to the local music there because it'll change everything. If you haven't been, you have to hear Dom Kennedy in California. You have to hear
Larry
like
June.
yeah, like you have to hear these people in their hometown. Like everything will make so much more sense. Like I've heard people say that about certain New York rap, going to
Yeah.
New York and hearing it. But yo, like it'll ruin it for you when you leave Cali, even whether it's Oakland, LA, wherever. Like I can't play like Dom Kennedy and it's raining outside. I can't do it because like that's wrong. That's just wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah. To answer your question, I definitely do that when I'm in the town. I play. Like I live in North Carolina now. Some days I'll be like, I'll remember I live here, and I'll throw on like the listening or something and just
Every
vibe
time.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time I'm throwing on something knife, I'm throwing on Little Brother. Every time I go through there, it's like I gotta hear it. Every time I go through DC, it's Odyssey. It's the other guys. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah, when
I
I
was
used to go through, I would play. I went to Rock Creek Park and was playing Rock Creek Park. You know what I'm
yeah
saying?
That's
Stuff like
dope.
that.
yeah yeah yeah. That
And
was
I told you that last time. As far as like when I first started making beats, I to be alive and when I was in the Navy, I was stationed out Virginia Beach, and man, to be there in the early 2000s when Pharrell and Timberland
Oh
were doing their
man,
thing, bro.
that's crazy.
That the energy there, it felt like that, like
Yeah,
grinding. It felt like that. You know what I mean? So
that's
I
I.
love that.
I always felt like I was weird. Like I was telling you that the last time I was like, yo, I think I'm like weird because like anytime I go to a city, I'm always putting on the music. Like the minute we drive into that city, I am playing whoever. Like anytime we've been to Detroit, it's straight Slum Village, it's straight Dilla.
Uh-huh.
I got it, I got to, and it's like my wife be looking at me like, what are you doing? Like I have to pull off to the road. I'll pull off to the side, stop, get the music together, and then start driving it before I
And
get
throw
into
it
the
on the.
city. Like I gotta hear it. So it's like I
It
thought I
goes
was
with the
weird.
city. It really does go
Yeah,
with the city because
it do.
you feel it when you're there. Like you like to me. Like speaking of Virginia, is I was in Virginia around the time Lord Willem was out, just
mm-hmm.
like passing through when Lord Willem was out, and you feel it. Like you were saying, you really do. You
So
feel it. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. Like you literally feel it. You can see, you can feel what inspired it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and I felt that like when we went to my mom's right when D'Angelo passed in
Hmm.
Richmond, Virginia, and it was like this the feel of like this man came from Richmond, like.
Yeah,
You driving through Richmond, you feeling that, and it's like it's a crazy experience. Like
it's definitely a thing, a real thing.
yeah, and that's how I kind of judge how I talk to people too. Like when I ask people that question, and they be like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't talk music with you." Like,
Oh, yo, speaking of that, I got to throw this in there. Skyzoo's new project. I was telling Joe. I don't remember which song it was, but on Sky's new project, because Sky, shout out to Sky,
yeah,
he puts together albums and like the songs have transitions and
yep,
skits and all of that. I was on Fulton Street. I was on my way back. I was in Brooklyn the day it came out, and I was
yep.
I was headed back home. I was headed to the airport, and one of the records was going off, and I thought it was a skit, but it was really a dude on the street behind me rapping. Like just like how people just be
Yeah,
walking
you
down
did
the
tell me
yo
that.
blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. So like Sky's record was fading out, and I really was on Fulton Street, and the dude was behind me, heavy Brooklyn accent, and I'm like,
Feel
oh
it.
shit, that's not the album. But it's like I'm in the place, I'm there. So
Yeah.
and
That's
it
dope.
even being from Brooklyn, I still go and it adds to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you walking past a Biggie mural and you'll hear Scott say something about, I used to see Big walking down the block, blah blah blah, or whatever.
Right.
And I grew up right up the street from Marcy, and to this day, when I hear like older Jay-Z, I'm like, I remember what barbershop I was in when Volume 3 came out. I remember we was on the basketball court in Marcy when they told us that they just shot a video for Brooklyn's Finest last week, that video never came out, just like a hood story or whatever. And I still remember those Brooklyn blocks I was on when I heard certain Brooklyn stuff. When I listened to Tribe, I picture certain parts of Queens that that I go through, and that's just music works like that for me too. Long story short.
All right. So yeah, all right. I'm not weird.
You're not crazy. You're not weird. None of that.
So this has been a really dope experience. Like, Joe, I appreciate you, man. Like, I can't give you enough words, man. I truly appreciate you.
No, man, no doubt.
Like,
I appreciate you.
Von P, thank you for stopping through, and I truly appreciate everything that you've given us, and will give us. Like, you guys are doing some amazing things. The other guys,
Thank
like what y'all doing, like the year y'all having is an incredible. Like, y'all, man, like
they on a run.
I don't know how we can give y'all credit, y'all flowers, whatever. Y'all are doing some amazing things. So I can't wait for what's coming next. And I truly appreciate y'all. Can you let everybody know, Vaughn, how can people get in touch with you, stay connected, when you're going on tours, different things like that? How can people stay connected with you?
Man, just hit me up at Vaughn P IG. That's where I be at mainly. That's where I'm jumping in my story all the time. So just at Vaughn P, VONPEA.
Gotcha. Mighty Joe, how can people get in contact with you?
At Other Guys Music, both on Twitter and Instagram. Also, CEO of and owner of Hypnot Records. So at Hypnot,
right?
Hypnot Records. So
I didn't even talk about that. Like this album came out on Hypnot, correct?
Yeah, everything we do is off of Hypnot. Yeah.
So that I didn't even talk about that.
And I mentioned in a post, which is real big, the whole reason, I don't even know if I even told Vaughn that, the whole reason we even because we took over the label from this guy named Kevin Nottingham, who's a blogger from the blog. The whole reason we did this was to do what we're doing now with Vaughn, was to release Vaughn P music, Tanya Morgan, and things like that. And it's just grown into something else.
That's crazy. That's like seeing your vision come through and being bigger than what you originally saw us. That's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I know, Tanya Morgan, y'all are coming out with something soon too, right?
Yes and no. Yes. We are the locks at this point. You will see us. See us being friends more than anything, but we dropping songs. The album I'm working on, Dawn is heavily influenced on it. I say right now, Tanya Morgan, we're not working on an album, but we are like Wu-Tang / the locks. Like if Dawn is popping up with something, I'm on it. And Ilyas is back in the mix too, as far as like new songs. My album, me and Ilyas just did a record for my album. I don't want to give away stuff that Dawn's doing, but I'm on Dawn's project. Ilyas is on Dawn's project. We're working with Ilyas. So Tanya Morgan, we're around. We're not doing another album.
I got you.
But music is coming, and the music ain't gonna stop. It's just gonna be. Let's say put it like this: God willing, by the end of next year, you'll have a playlist, and you can make that a Tanya Morgan album. Basically,
technically, it's 2 Tanya Morgan songs on this new album. Technically,
I was about to say that. Yeah. So technically, yeah. So
I mean, we got more music. We definitely have music coming. That's us. It's just. We talked about it, and just for now, we're not gonna do an album right now.
All right, that's bet. I mean, I'll take it. Whatever. I'll take it. So this is I'm lost for words. Like, this was really dope. Appreciate y'all. I'm probably gonna have like a whole lot more questions, but that just gonna give me more opportunities for when y'all drop again. So super excited. Like, for everybody out, this is Chop It Up with Soops. Man, we had an incredible interview with Mighty Joe from the other guys. Von P from Tanya Morgan, Von P, engineer, producer, MC, and even we didn't even talk about the educator part. Like, you're an educator also, so like we didn't talk about that either. So it's like a whole lot of stuff that you do. So appreciate you coming through. Y'all go check out the new project. Putcha Weight On It. It's an incredible project produced by the other guys, and we gonna be back for the next one. Like, we gonna come back. I know we are. Like, it's so much stuff that we got to talk about. So I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace, bro.